Ladies, the struggle is real. Part of what I absolutely love about what I do, I was gonna call it a job, but I love what I do so much, it doesn't feel like a job. Does that make sense? Because I source so many new things for you, I frequently run across brand new designer brands, or at least they're new to me, that are completely non-mainstream, but I feel that you should know about. I think if I see another YSL bag or another influencer yammering on about Lily Silk, I'm literally going to puke. So today I'm going to show you the pieces that make me stop, drop, and roll. These are the quiet luxury brands that fly completely under the radar. The ones who show up on women who get it, but they have not hit the mainstream yet. These are insider finds, beautifully made, quietly powerful pieces that make people stop and say, I wonder who that is and where can I buy it? Let's start with my hands down new favorite find, ladies, Lisa Yang. Lisa Yang is an off the mainstream brand and she focuses mainly on pure cashmere, classic silhouettes, impeccable fabrication, and a chic aesthetic that is legitimately scroll stopping. That's how I found her. Scrolling. Ooh, I must add to cart. Her brushed cashmere, ladies, is to die for. It is decadent, it is luxurious, and it whispers that understated sophistication. Because she's not such a mainstream brand like an Hermes, Brunello Cucinelli, her price points for the quality, let me preface that, are very reasonable. And that's usually where a lot of brands start out. They start out very high quality, but their price points are much more affordable until they really start gaining steam, and then that's when you see them start increasing. For my money, I'm nabbing a few of these pieces now because my prediction is that she's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Lisa Yang sits in the quiet luxury category, next to other brands like The Row, Kate, Totem, Laurel Piana, but with a much smaller footprint. They've grown primarily due to organic word of mouth within affluent style-savvy circles. Think stylists, editors, European clientele, and women in the know. Number 2 is the brand Co. Ladies, if you have not yet discovered Co, oh my friend, are you gonna love this? Think of it as the Rose cool California sister. Fluid silks, architectural wool coats, incredible cashmere, and fluid draping which always reads sultry, sexy, classy, and cool. Their pieces are primarily offered through limited channels like Net-a-Porter and Saks, so they fly under most people's radar, and that's why we like it. A couple highlight-worthy pieces that I love, ladies. I love their high-low wool sweater. This is perfect to lightly tuck in the front with a natural draping transition to a slightly longer back, making it nice and seamless. Very pretty. Second is their barrel leg leather pant. How awesome is this? To die for. And if it came in petites, I would have added it to my cart, but it doesn't. If you're tall, you might want to take a gander at this one. Incredibly rich, luxurious, the rich brown and crimson combination is yummy. This is the epitome of what I call relaxed affluence. Simple, easy pieces with that little nod to subtle glam. Number 3 is the brand Joseph. This is a heritage, quiet luxury brand that you may have seen in passing at places like Selfridges, Harrods, I think Net-a-Porter, but maybe you just didn't know much about it. I didn't either. The cornerstone of this brand was built on perfect tailoring. Always the most important element in anything that you're wearing. Think clean architectural lines, fluid trousers that make you look like you just stepped out of a Vogue ad. Their pieces have that effortless mix of both softness and structure. If you love that expensive without trying too hard look, and you know that we all do, definitely give Joseph a look. 3 of my favorites so far that I'd like to mention to you. Number 1 is this beautiful leather loaf bag. This looks very, very reminiscent of a Laurel Piano or a Row without the ridiculous price tag, ladies, I have to say. Classic, simple, understated, gorgeously constructed. This is how to do relaxed affluence. Now, the Laurel Piano bag that I recently got and showed you is $3,600. That's a hefty price tag. This one, still decadent, gorgeous quality, quiet luxury look, $900. Now, in the luxury realm, let me say, that's pretty reasonable. Number 2 is this gorgeous double satin trouser for the holidays especially, and of course year-round for a chic date night. I would totally do that. Finally, ladies, their cashmere coat. This is very, very, very similar to my Max Mara without the price tag. So if you love the idea of a Max Mara, the silhouette, the construction, the fabric, but you're thinking, $3,000, $4,000 for a coat, I'm just not there quite yet, please give this a consideration. Number 4, if you haven't heard of Soft Goat, you are in for a treat. Ladies, this is a Swedish brand that makes gorgeous, pure cashmere pieces that feel so much more elevated than the price tag. This is what I reach for when I want that Loro Piana look without the 4-digit price tag. Number 5 is Mackage, and specifically for their outerwear. Still in alignment with our Max Mara, our Hermes. Simple, streamlined, excellent tailoring, very high quality fabrics, very much aligned with the Row, Kate, Max Mara, again for a fraction of the price. Okay, ladies, now let's shift into what I call accessible luxury. These are gonna be the brands that capture that same elevated aesthetic that we love, but are much more reasonably priced than the higher end designer brands. Number 1 is ME+EM. Now, ME+EM melds quiet luxury with everyday wearability seamlessly. Every piece is built around intelligent style. Luxury fabrics, beautiful cuts, chic details, all the things that we love without that price tag. Their trousers, their silk blouses, their knit sets look like they belong in a Vogue editorial, but they are priced and designed for your everyday look. Meetings, travel, bopping around town, all with that understated look that is polished and effortless. You're going to find the ME+EM brand at luxury retailers like Net-a-Porter and Harrods, not necessarily the mainstream big stores like Bloomingdale's or Macy's. So it still sits in that quiet insider space, which is exactly what we want. Nobody wants pieces that everybody else is wearing. If I see another YSL bag walking around town, if you love that subtle minimalism, and I know that we all do, the kind that looks high-end but effortless but is reasonable for every day, this is the brand you're going to want to take a look at. Number 7 accessible luxury brand is Reiss. Reiss is a British brand that's been quietly doing sophisticated, modern pieces for years, and yet they still somehow feel like a well-kept secret, especially here in the US. Their tailoring, ladies, is beautiful. Think clean lines, great proportions, fabrics that move really well, everything that we love. Their outerwear specifically is beautifully made, and it looks much more expensive than what it really is. If you've been eyeing the Max Mara cashmere coats, but you didn't want to spend thousands, especially if you are a petite, you may love the Reiss brand, especially since, well, as I inferred, they have a petite line. That's really nice to have. Number 8 is White & Warren. White & Warren has been doing beautiful knitwear for years, ladies, especially cashmere. Their pieces read quietly elevated, soft, refined, not fussy. We don't do fussy here. I think that that's one of the main things that I've learned about my own particular style over the years. For me, the simpler, the better. When you focus on high-end fabrics and impeccable tailoring and colors that work well with your skin tone, those are the foundation for your pieces looking elegant and expensive, and it makes life a lot more simple too. I don't dress with a lot of bells and whistles. I'm pretty simple. A top, a bottom, a great pair of shoes, diamond studs, and that's kind of it, for the most part. With White & Warren, think more timeless colors. It's one of those brands that integrates seamlessly into your life. You buy it once and you wear it forever. Okay, ladies, those were my 8. Now, I hope I was able to bring you something that you hadn't seen before, or something that at least triggers your interest. Know what else you haven't seen? My next video. 10 chic winter capsule pieces you must have. Have a great week, ladies. Take care, and I'll see you in a couple days. Mwah.